Thank you and good evening. I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce for putting this on. I would thank Eric, but nobody knows him except by Flea, and he did a great job with this. This is one of the best forums that we've been to. The first thing I want to tell everybody is, like I always do everywhere, that I'm a born-again Christian. And that's who I am, and it defines everything that I do. My wife is here. Next month we've been married for 27 years. And I'm proud to say that I never forgot that anniversary date. A couple times it was really close, but I always had something when I went home. I have 3 kids, one out of college, one in college, and one in 11th grade. I walked across this stage in 1976. It just seems like yesterday, but 34 years. Time really goes by fast. And then my wife, in 1980, she walked across this stage. So we're home, folks. This is our town, and I ask for your support, and I pledge to work as hard as I can.
Thank you.
Thank you. Again, I am glad to see the turnout here tonight. It shows the interest and shows the problems we face in this country. I'm Charles Otto. I farm and live in Mount Vernon, the suburbs of Mount Vernon, and I work at Farmers and Planters and Company in Salisbury. Have been there for 15 years. I was educated, graduated from Washington High School and Tazvo Tech in agriculture. Went to University of Maryland Eastern Shore for 2 years when they were beginning the poultry technology program, and transferred from there to Virginia Tech, where I got a bachelor's degree in animal science. I've since returned home, as I said, and have worked for the last 15 years in Salisbury at Farmers and Planters, where I've served as the Secretary and Treasurer for the corporation, and have served as a sales manager and a certified crop advisor, all important aspects that see the problems that we face in this state with regulatory programs that are abusive to the people trying to do business and make a living in this state.
Thank you very much. Well, you have the microphone. Question is Maryland friendly to business? Explain your view on the appropriate role of government. Do you believe government is too large, too small? Do you agree with the current level of regulations of business by the government?
I think I referred to some of that in my opening remarks. The whole role of government has to be redefined and get back to the basics that our founding fathers had. We're looking at a $14 trillion debt in this country. Where's the money? The Chinese own $6 trillion of it. Who's in charge? We can't continue as business as usual. That's what provoked me to run for this office. And tough decisions have to be made, and government needs to get back to the basics of protecting property and people and public safety. And with your support, I hope to do that. We have cumbersome regulations that are redundant, that cost money, are inefficient, and don't provide the objective that they were intended to be. We have water quality programs. I see it serving on the Farm Bureau board in the legislative committee. I've seen these redundant regulations put into place. We've gone from a compliant, helpful programs that gave funding to programs that did actual improvements to water quality, to a compliance mentality and a hammer program that we're going to fine the folks for trying to be productive and make a living because they didn't dot the I's and cross the T's. We got stacks of papers with MAFOs and CAFOs for the poultry industry that was attended, initially we were told by the state, to have about 200 farms in the state would qualify as a CAFO, and now they're looking at 800. What made the difference? These are programs that are coming down from the federal government, and the state is over-aggressive in trying to enforce the federal government programs at the expense of our business people.
Would you like me to repeat the question, or? Yes. Is Maryland friendly to business? Explain your view on the appropriate role of government. Do you believe government is too large or too small? Do you agree with the current level of regulations of business by the government?
Government is there to give the people in the community the tools that they need to be successful. On a county level, you can do one of two things in life. If you can take your ball and you can go home and pack it up and complain about the rules and regulations, or you can pick yourself up by your bootstraps and do something about it. I'm proud to say, as a commissioner, there's no I in team. There's several sitting here. Other counties across this state have done away with economic development. Not only didn't we do away with it, but we increased our budget 300%. They've got the tools to go out and use to do the things that we need. Just in this community, Somerset was slated to be closed this year. Not only did we keep that open through working with EDC and the State Department of Business and Economic Development, those 80 jobs were retained. But as of last Thursday, 151 more have been hired. Eastern Shore Forest Products bought out Chesapeake Plywood Plant in Pocono. All those jobs were slated to be lost. We worked with them. We've done several other instances of personal property tax exemptions and earned income tax exemptions. So we give the businesses the tools that they need, and certainly government has intruded too far, but as a county, there are just a few instances of things that we have done to not only create jobs, but retain what we've got. Thank you.
Well, you have the microphone. What economic development proposals do you support for the Lower Eastern Shore, specifically Somerset County? And how would you go about achieving these proposals if you are elected?
There's several things. I would like to see businesses hire off the unemployment roll. It costs the state a lot of money for those services, and I would like to see the state pay a certain percentage of a person's salary if the government hired them off the unemployment rolls. That would do two things. That would give people jobs. Nobody that I know of wants to be unemployed. They want to go out, and this is a group of hard-earned people that live around here, and that would help them. There's, like I said a while ago, personal property tax exemptions, earned income tax exemptions. They're just a little bit of thinking out of the box that we've done in this county that has forward moved this community. I'm sure people saw in the paper last week. There's an announcement coming probably next week. There a company is moving into Somerset County with over a $9 million a year impact to this county. So you can get it done. It's not going to get done without hard work. And I'm the hard-working guy that can get it done. Thank you.
Same question? Sorry?
Repeat it for me, if you would,
Okay.
please.
The economic development proposal do you support for the Lower Eastern Shore, specifically Somerset County? How would you go about achieving these proposals if you're elected?
Economic development proposals. I believe we need to utilize our natural resource-based economies. Our seafood industry and our agricultural backbone needs to be strengthened and not under attack by our state government. Apparently my opponent thinks that everything's fine and dandy and tax credits and this, that, and the other can solve the problems, but I think the tax structure is anti-business in this state, and that's an economic opportunity that we need to change so that businesses are constructive. We have a workforce here. We have 10% unemployment, and that there are employees to be hired, and we need to give the businesses the opportunity to come, and we need to keep what we have and strengthen those businesses to that we already have to improve. And small businesses are the economic engine of this economy. Where's our construction programs at this point? Because of the housing market and the financial situation of our state and country, it's stagnated, and things have to be improved for that. The federal government is borrowing all the capital from this economy, that banks aren't lending money to have construction going on or even exchanging homes. So